shouldn't blind. Push out to
Hi, we're back, March 23rd, Real and Trixie. Hello, my love. And now we have beautiful Christina. Christina, what brings you to the show, besides your adorable everything?
Oh, thank you.
So,
you adorable too.
Oh, so talk to me.
I
Talk
am
close.
writing a book and doing a blog, and it's called 40/20 Vision, and it's advice from 40-somethings to 20-somethings. So,
Okay, so 40/20.
40/20 Vision.
And it's for 40 to 20-year-olds.
Right.
Wait, so what is it?
40-year-old women giving advice to 20-year-old women. So
Now, what type of advice is
it
like...
kind of covers the gamut. Anything from relationships, career, money.
So what would a 40-year-old tell a 20-year-old as far as taking care of their financial affairs?
Oh God! They all say they never ever thought about it when they were in their 20s, and that the real independence isn't being a rebel and running around being crazy. Well, you can do that too, but the real independence is having financial independence, because then you can always pay yourself first.
So keep the money.
Keep the money. Put $10 aside.
Have your own
every week if you can.
Really? Like in a piggy bank? Like do you think they should invest it? I was told like having a lot of cash is dangerous because of inflation.
You know, having some sort of start thinking about your retirement and doing all that kind of stuff.
Which nobody in 20 is going to do. You're not going to do that.
So it's simply saying if you don't buy 2 Starbucks a week and put it in a savings account.
What sign are you?
I'm a Taurus.
And how did you get involved in? What brought you to this point?
Well, I am 45, and it was probably about 3 years ago or so. I was having brunch with 7 girlfriends, all sort of from different walks of life, but we couldn't get a table, and we started talking to these 20-year-olds as we're waiting for a table, and they started asking us all this advice. So I was like, well, God, wouldn't it be great if you could bottle it? And everybody's like, no, you can't. 20/20 hindsight. You have to experience it to learn it. And I kind of came up with the idea of 40/20 Vision right then, the name, and I was like, you know what? I think there's something there. Maybe it's more about like. Today's a different world, information age, like why not be able to, someone said to me, like, smart people learn from their own mistakes, geniuses learn from other people's mistakes.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But I just thought, well, rather than it being about some sort of preachy rules, all these books out there telling you what you should do, I just wanted it to be more about, like, look at all these amazing 40-year-old women that have made amazing choices, some good, some bad, but they've learned from them, and it's about showing people what's on the other side, kind of.
What is one of the things that you notice about women that are in their 20s these days that you need to give them advice about? What are some of the prevalent issues that
what surprises me is how much the issues are the same. It's like I was talking to a lot of people are like, oh, 20-year-olds don't want advice. They're they know it all, or they think they know it all, and you don't realize till you're 40 that you didn't know it all. But they're kind of open, they're like, I'm scared. Well, they're like, I guess people think I'm as cocky as I act, because inside I'm still sort of like, oh my God, I have all these choices, and I'm afraid if I make these choices, it sets me down this path that I have to go down, and I'm like sort of like narrowing down. And I think by the time you're 40, you know that you can continue to like open up new paths all the time and reset your path. And then it's kind of trying to give them that, like, you don't have to feel like you're locking and loading down on the path. Explore, enjoy, and know that you can always make new choices.
When you made this choice to have your blog and be an expert, if you will, what were you doing at the time, and what qualifies you? What did you feel qualified you? Do you have a college degree in psychology, or what's the deal?
Well, actually, I'm a qualitative researcher and a trend researcher, so I've done a lot of talking to people. So I've gone around the country and interviewed about 150 women so far, and a lot of it was really about being sort of the curator of advice and being able to get the 40, a lot of the 40-year-old
Abby? Are you like?
Well, I'm more of like, I'm the voice of all the other 40-something women out there, so it's
so
really...
when is the book going to be ready to
Well, I'm still working on it. The blog's growing a lot. I'm writing on the Huffington Post.
How do people find you?
4020vision.com, www.4020.
Like numbers?
4020vision.com.
And do people write to you and ask you like
Yeah.
questions like you just
So I get 20-year-olds writing in and asking questions.
What was your last question?
The last question was, do you ever stop obsessing about your weight?
And what's your answer?
And
No.
The answer
You never stop obsessing about your weight. Ever. You're a woman. Get it. I mean, come on.
Somebody
in
said,
this day and age, too.
So what did you say? So what did you say?
Well, so I have this panel of women that I, 40-year-olds that I go to. But I mean, basically, it was like, no, you never stop obsessing. But
So, yeah,
it becomes more of a healthy obsession than you change.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I think
You go to the gym.
you take charge of it, and you
stop throwing up.
Yeah, it's not about a number. It's really about how you feel, more so, I think.
Or you don't. Yeah.
Somebody said, they wrote in and they said, you don't
Stop throwing up?
about it.
Yeah, I mean, my kid is
Rue,
20.
you need
I have a 20-year-old.
But you
Well, she tells me in school that they puke together. I mean, she might not. It's terrible. It's terrible. When we were 20, we didn't know the things that they know now when they're 8.
Yeah.
Like, things today are not the same. I think it's kind of like, it's a great concept, but like when you were 20, it's not like it is 20 today. And it's like, they are so much more overexposed to so much information that when we were 20, we were not.
Well, and I think that's why they're more open to advice from real people rather than like getting all this. I mean, they're like,
were there designer drugs when we were 20? No, we went and bought our own fucking drugs. We designed our drugs. We didn't, or you find the quack doctor, but you told him what you wanted. It's a whole different world right now.
I think it's what they want to know is what it's like on the other side. It's sort of a sneak peek to the future. So like,
Sex in the City, they're all into that. Like,
they do,
I can see
but
you
they want
on
to know.
Sex in the City. You're so fucking adorable.
Oh my god,
she's so cute.
Well, I think that like what they want to know is that okay, I'm 40 and I did stop obsessing about it, and they're like, oh, like I've got a lot of feedback from these women. They're like, thank God you did it.
Are you taking specific notes and tabs, and are you going to see what these girls are like at 40, and then you'll be like 60 to 40? And
so you're Carrie then on Sex in the City with your typewriter. And I've been there. Now, do you have a Mr. Big? Let's talk about you. You're giving advice. So what? You gotta open it up.
I'm like the Nick Carraway.
All right.
I'm like the observer.
So tell us the skeleton.
So you're the voyeur.
So we want the skeleton from your
That's
closet.
not fair at all.
I was laughing about that earlier because I was laughing at what the man earlier told me that he talked about getting kicked out of CBGBs. I was like, oh my god, my skeleton in the closet would be like the opposite because I was always the person that never got in trouble. And one of Kate here actually went to high school with me. So
yes.
She knows I was always like, I don't know, the one that didn't get in too much trouble.
Now, did you just not get caught?
Never got caught.
Well, I didn't get caught, that was for sure. But I knew I had older brothers and sisters, so I knew how not to get caught. So I did learn. I learned from my elders.
Oh, that's good.
But I was laughing about one time I did get kicked out of CBGB's for the opposite reason because I was wearing this big pink coat. I just got into New York, and it was this preppy pink coat. And they were like, "You're not allowed in here in that coat."
Now, will you eat Melba toast?
I will.
All right, and dip. It's National Melba Toast Day.
And where are you
like
from?
this
Where are you
reminds
from?
me of my 20s.
Where are you from, Kate?
Exactly. Ohio.
Oh, Ohio, where?
Columbus.
Oh.
There was a girl last week from Upper Arlington on the show.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So,
You're kidding.
No.
yeah, Columbus,
Crunchy.
Ohio.
See,
So,
this is what, in your 20s, you ate Melba toast because you were like starving yourselves because you thought you were on a diet. And then you're like, I'm just eating cardboard. It's no good.
so what do you eat?
But
What
the
do you
dip
eat?
makes it good.
Well, it's National Chip and Dip Melba Toast Day. I do not make this shit up. I swear to God. So tell me, what you eat for breakfast?
Today, oh
Yeah.
gosh. I had cereal,
What kind?
Fiber One.
Okay. Do you drink it with soy milk or regular?
I
We have so many choices now. Like when you were
I have
20.
almond milk.
Oh, all right. So when you were 20, were you able to do that? Hell no.
No, all I ate in college was cheese and bread.
Exactly.
I realized looking back, I ate pizza, bagels.
So did you gain
tortillas.
that freshman
Oh yeah, I did.
whatever?
I was a freshman 13.
You did?
Yeah.
And how'd you lose it?
She did.
I don't know.
She
It
did.
just happened later. Yeah, I did too. I totally did.
She has to lie about it. She did. Right? Nah. That's cute though. What? So do you eat healthy every day, like all the
I'm a
time?
pretty healthy eater.
Do you eat ice cream
Yeah, I do.
and
eat ice
pizza?
cream. Not too much pizza every now and then, but I love ice cream. So.
What flavor?
I love anything chocolate and peanut butter and caramel, anything.
Really?
Yeah, any of those stuff. Lots of things in it.
Flavor.
Yeah, that's right. I worked at Baskin Robbins when I was in high school.
You did.
I did.
Wow. So
And I
did
didn't
you-
get sick of ice cream. I ate it.
Look at that. Any last shout outs? Any last licks? Anything you want to say?
Oh, yeah. Well, I would love for 40-year-olds and 20-year-olds. 40-year-olds, like Terry, I don't know how old you are, but like, any advice from somebody. I thought it was great when you were talking about when you knew it was time to stop, partying and like. What I'm looking for is it's not just me. I want people to come to the website and give their advice. You're 40 years old.
Now, would you
You
ever
earn the right to give free advice.
Would you ever have 20-year-olds give advice to the 40-year-olds?
Yeah, I think I have a whole section set up. It's called Double Vision, and I want 20-year-olds also to give 40-year-olds advice. But
sometimes
that
age
might be able
is
to
not.
shake us up a little bit.
Yeah, and sometimes age, I think, is not the
and how not
factor.
to lose your youth, really. I think it is. I totally think it's a mindset, not an age, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, my 20-year-old.
I mean, look at all these beautiful
old
women.
people.
And
over 20 women.
Yeah.
You just get stronger and sexier and more powerful and more confident. And,
nice.
It's nice.
Good to know. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
I want the book. I can't wait to read the book. 40/20 Vision. Exactly. By Christina Vulet. You're so pretty. So thank you so much for coming by. We have more ReW-WhO, March 23rd.
Double time, I get lost.